Hello, students. We are getting ready to start week 4. So I'm going to give you a quick overview of the week 4 objectives. This week, you're going to be discussing 10 of the argumentation fallacies. Yay! These are great. In addition to that, you're going to get an opportunity to read the essay prompt for essay number 2. Okay? So you got a lot to do this week. So let's go ahead and get started. So as you can see on this screen, the first part of this week, by Tuesday, you should have read the fallacies, the introduction to fallacies 1 through 5, and you have a written assignment that's due on Tuesday, and that's going to be worth 20 points. I really want you to take your time on that one, okay? And then on Wednesday, you're going to have another 5 fallacies that I'm introducing you to, and then you have a written assignment on Wednesday. And then, of course, you're going to have your reading response. It's not a lot for this week, but there's a lot of reading, so I really want you to take your time. Take notes, especially on the fact that there are quite a few fallacies that you're going to read, okay? So, on this page, as you can see, there are a lot of fallacies listed in this list. Now, some of these, like this one, you can click on, and then it will give you some information, and you can scroll down and find the fallacies that are listed on the page, okay? Now, if you don't see the fallacy listed in the page, don't fret, it's okay. You see right here, it's listed here. So you can read that information, take notes. What I recommend that you do is that you take notes of a definition of each of the fallacies and then create an example for yourself, okay? So you have in your notes the definition and then you create your own example, okay? Once again, you need to write down the fallacy, create your own example of the argumentation fallacy. What is a fallacy? That's what you want to write down. This is a problem with an argument that means that the argument is flawed, that it cannot hold because this information makes it not valid. That's the best way to describe it, okay? And so there are different reasons why it is not a valid argument. And so these are the 9-10 most common ways. And so there are various fallacies, and even though this list is very exhaustive, I'm going to, let's see, let's go back to here. I guess the best way to do it is to use the back key to get back to this. For these, I think you can kind of experiment by going back and forth, but once again, these are an exhaustive list for the textbook, but the ones that I really want you to learn are going to be coming up, okay? So go ahead and write these down, read all the information you can read on this. This is going to be important, but the ones that I'm going to probably test you on are coming up, okay? So part 1, logical fallacies, okay? So I want you to read this information, okay? This should be in your notes. Causal fallacies. I even have videos for you. So watch the videos, read all the information I provided for you. Ultimately, I want you to be able to create an example of the fallacy in your own words. Please do not take an example from the web, because if I put that into one of my AI detectors and it comes up as AI, you don't get points for that. Okay? So I really want you to create your own example. Spelling and grammar counts, okay? So take your time when you're creating these examples, okay? Either or fallacies, okay? So I want you to take your time looking at this information, watch the video, put the definition in your own words and create an example. Okay, the next one is faulty analogy. Okay, so you want to watch the video, create an example, make sure that the definition is in your own words. Begging the question. Go ahead and put the definition in your own words, create an example, watch the video. Maybe watch the video before you create an example. The next one is overgeneralization. Okay, so read the definition, give yourself time to think about the definition, and then read the comic strip right here. Once you read that comic strip, make your own example. Okay, now the first assignment. In a Microsoft Word document, in third person, okay, I would like for you to create examples of these 5 fallacies. These are examples that you are going to create. Notice I had the information of what you should put as your assignment ID. Your first and last name, my name, this is the class ID, okay, and then you're going to put the due date, and then you're going to have a header with your name, I'm sorry, your last name, and then the page number, which will be 1. The title of this is going to be week 4, and then identifying fallacies, fallacious reasoning examples. Okay, that works. And these are the ones I'm looking for examples. And then for extra credit, if you can tell me what this is, and create an example for that, and it is a correct example, that's going to be an extra credit opportunity for you. And for those of you who want extra credit, this is an opportunity for you to grab some extra credit. Okay? All right, so kudos on that. It's just that straightforward. I will grade this assignment for grammar. I'm looking at your grammar. I'm looking at your sentence structure. I do not want any AI. Please don't copy anything from the internet. Create your own examples. Okay? I can't say that enough. All right, next. All right, part 2. So the next 6 are going to be listed here. Ad hominem fallacies. Okay. Straw man fallacy. Videos there as well. Bandwagon fallacy. I have a few videos for you to watch. Cherry picking fallacies. Comic strips again. Red herring fallacies. These are pretty good too. Watch those videos. And now we have another assignment. You're going to set this up in the same manner that you set up the previous assignment. And this time I don't have an extra credit opportunity, but I would like for you to create an example and then provide your rationale for this example. Okay, so I'll say that again. You are creating an example for the fallacy and then explaining the rationale for the example. Okay, so this gives you the opportunity to help me understand what you meant in that fallacy. Okay, if you have questions, contact me. All right. Once again, it's worth 20 points. It's a Microsoft Word doc or docx file. All right, and then we have a reading response that's going to be due. All right, and I'm going to make sure that I upload the prompt for essay number 2. So when you look at this tomorrow, you will also see in this module the prompt for essay 2 as well as rubrics for all of these assignments. Okay, and lastly, congratulations, you completed everything in week 4 when you get to this page. Have a wonderful week, okay? All right.